Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. It is a JoyToy Corvus Belli Infinity double bill with the Panoceania Knight of the Holy Sepulchre and the Knight of Santiago hacker. Okay, today is Tuesday, August the 29th, 2023. Let's have a look at these boxes. So obviously one is a fair bit bigger than the other. Let's look at this smaller one first. Looks pretty cool. I really like that head sculpt. Reminds me of Appleseed a little bit. Looks nice. Looks like it might have some similar parts to the Knights Hospitalia we saw previously. Obviously from the same faction and same colour scheme. That does look good. I mean, I'm not a fan of the colour scheme, sorry. But it does look really quite nice. Loads of potential there. Very, very cool. I think so. And the big one, Knight of the Holy Sepulchre, which has got the, is it 4 arms? Did I imagine that? Oh no, I'm telling you a lie. 2 arms, very butch. Not quite like a mech, or could be a tiny mech, I guess, but it looks like a great big suit for someone to go inside. But that does look rather menacing and rather mean. Very, very nice. I'm going to unbox this, set them up. If lifestyle content, please consider joining the Patreon. Free for 7 days. You can cancel any time in 7 days. Not be charged a penny. Link in the top right now. Worth joining for 7 days just to check out all the content, because you see all the stuff there before it's published on YouTube. There's no long waits. And there's extra bonus content and other stuff too. Okay, I'll be back in an instant with these guys set up. Stay tuned. Oh wow, these are both great figures, and I was right in the first time. The big one, the Knight of the Holy Sepulchre, does have the 4 arms. So let's look at the Knight of Santiago first. He comes with another gun here, which is almost the same as his gun I've got him with, except the front part is a bit different. Look at that in a second. He also comes with a sidearm, and he comes with 2 pairs of alternate hands. So he comes with a left and right fist, and he comes with the opposite to his standard. His standard is left trigger and right gripping, so he comes with right trigger and left gripping. So if I bring him closer, get a close look at him, you see this gun, the front is like that, and this one has that extra bit there, but otherwise they're basically the same gun. Very, very, very similar. So he does look good. The head sculpt is fantastic, I think. Great looking figure. He's also got a pistol inside the holster, but the pistol is quite loose, but the holster does clip shut. That's a nice looking pistol. Great looking figure indeed. The backpack is looking great with that inking going on there. Come out to the front. Get a look at that sort of head I'm talking about. I do like that head sculpt a lot. This is something that you could multi-buy for customs and army building, or even for the Infinity collectors army build. But if you're not into Infinity or know nothing about it like I do, this would be great for multi-buying and customizing, I think. Beautiful looking figure, and the sword goes in the holster in the scabbard, but the scabbard is way too big in my mind. Okay, then the Knight of the Sepulchre. Let's get this guy to stand up first. Come on. Does not want to stand up for me now. Let's get his feet a bit more. There we go. So Knight of the Sepulchre, he's holding all his weapons, so he's got 4 weapons. He also comes with alternate hands. I have changed one of his hands already. So the big hands, that's the ones on the big arms. He comes with opposite to what he has, so he comes with right trigger and left gripping. And then small arms, he comes with fist. I'm telling you a lie, I think there. His big hands also come with fist, not the small hands. And the small hands come with fist too. Sorry, he comes standard with fist, I believe. And he also comes, sorry, standard is fist right, trigger left. And I swapped around the fist right for trigger right. So it's a trigger right and a fist left as well. Hope that was clear. Let's get a close look at him. He's a big, hefty boy. Nice sword, great looking model. Nasty looking guns. I just hate guns. I've got these parts on the bottom. because it's not great for action figures like that, you know. Nice looking pistol, sword. Very, very cool. And he is hefty. I might have used for him out in one of my universes too. His scabbard is a bit wider than the hole, which is cool. Looks great in the back. I like these sort of belt things here. I prefer it as like a tube as opposed to like a belt, but it does look very nice indeed. So let's get a look at articulation. Start with the Santiago one first. Let's take his guns out. Now it's worth noting that the big guy, the Knight of the Holy Sepulchre, has softer fingers, so it's much easier to put guns in and out. This guy's fingers are just a little bit more stiff. So if I'm taking this one out here, there's a good chance his hand might pop out of the joint. But I think I've done it. There we go. Okay. But not overly stiff like some of the 40k stuff. Let's get him into focus. Looking good. So head is a small left and right, and a sculpt gets in the way. So up and down, it's a small side to side. Shoulders all the way around. I'm not hopeful on the side because this thing here, side, yeah, they should have done a better job on articulating that. It's not great. Bicep is just about 90, which is cool. There is no bicep swivel, but you can turn from the joint. And the hand is on a double ball joint, so you get moving in all directions and a turn. There is trunk for left and right is great. Up and down, forwards, backwards is good. And side to side is small. There should be waist. Is that waist? A little bit. Together, forwards is not bad. Backwards is alright. And side to side is not much different. The legs, the hips outwards, pretty damn fantastic, has to be said for his bulk. Forwards not so great because of the sculpting here. So the leg will get to the side, even take it much further. Backwards is alright. There is a thigh twist, we can see the cut there. It is a double kneecap, very nicely done. He gets just about 90 degrees on that. And then the foot. There is no foot turn. He does get a small swivel with the turn. That's literally, get it right, sorry. He's getting a, if you get the heel over the back, you can get a tippy toe. If not, you won't get a tippy toe. And dorsiflexation is actually not bad as well. So pretty decent. Standing back up. Let's disarm our big boy here. Let's get his guns out. That big gun is very, very cool. Okay, 1, 2. Let's put his pistol back in the holster. This pistol actually quite, hand came off, is quite stiff in the holster, quite difficult to pull out. I had to use a bit of a elbow grease to get it out, a bit of force. No risk of breaking it, just got to make sure it's in. There we go. And then the sword, I can put in his holster, I guess, or his scabbard for now. Okay, so here's articulation. Here's no better articulation, I think. Head forwards and backwards is okay. Sideways is not so great because of these sort of ear things, and side to side is alright. Shoulders, top is okay, but the belt thing will get twisted. It's very good actually. Lateral is better than his friend. There is a bicep swivel, which the other guy doesn't have. He's got a double bicep joint, so it's well over 90 degrees, which is fantastic. And then he's got that same articulation with the double ball joint in the wrist, so he gets really good movement on his wrist, which is fantastic for holding weapons and posing and whatnot. The other arm, let's look at the other side actually, since I've got the sword there. We'll go all the way around, but just watch out for crashing into stuff. In fact, you look at this shoulder here, you can get a shoulder roll as well. You can see the barbell joint there, which is really good. This bicep bend is still over, is it over 90? And that's just about 90 degrees on the bicep bend, so it's still good. The wrist is the same system, but it's not quite as much movement because of the smaller joint. Trunk, small forward, well, barely anything there. Can turn, nothing side to side. Waist as well. Now we can turn, but it's too stiff, not anything enough there. Hips outwards is not far, but it's all right. Forwards is much better, really good in the forwards. Backwards, this is practically a full front split, which is amazing. There is a thigh twist as well. It's a double kneecap, but it gets ugly kneecap syndrome if you bend it too far. It's getting 90 degrees there. Feet nice and stiff, which is what you want. He's on a double ball, so he will get a turn. It's very stiff. He will get a what's the word? Side to side, and he gets an amazing tippy toe, but there's no toe articulation, and he gets a very good dorsiflexation as well. Very nicely engineered, and it looks like these are metal joints. It looks like they're silver or a metal alloy joints. Great articulation on both. Now I've got here a Knight Hospitalia. Let's see how they compare. And the annoying thing is the blue is not the same. You can probably just make that out on the camera. The blue is more dull on the two new ones, on the Knight of the Holy Sepulchre and Knight Santiago, but on Knight Hospitalia the blue is a little bit brighter, but it's obvious to the naked eye, perhaps not so much on camera. Let's get an idea of size. So this guy is to the top of his head about 10.5, to the top of the ears is about 11.5. This guy to the very top of his head is around 14, top of the shoulders 14 and a bit. So they're big boys. Let's compare to some other figures. So Corvus Belli Infinity again. And also the big boy is one of my favourite figures, I have to say. In fact, let's change this around. Let's put the big boy next to the big boy. It's like, okay, now that Panoceania big boy is looking like a small boy. We're going to see that there's a great range of sizes in this game, in this toy line from the game. I think they are fantastic looking figures. I'm really glad that JoyToy got the license for this. If I compare to I use my custom aim from Fortnite, who I've sanded the kneecaps down, added a holster, changed the head to a Fortnite, which head? Vendetta head, and cut the biceps and the forearms so you've got better bicep articulation, and changed the shoes to another Fortnite guy anyway. And I've done some more cutting inside his waist, but it's a great looking sort of a 1/18 scale figure. We can get to see that they are well scaled to Fortnite, and Fortnite are great because they've got such a range and variety of figures too. Very, very nice indeed. I think these are fantastic figures. Great job by JoyToy again. Really, really nice looking figures. Please consider joining the Patreon, free for 7 days, cancel anytime. In those 7 days you won't be charged anything. Link in the description below along with discount codes, which you'll also find in the comments as the pinned comment. I will see you next video. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.